up, Boba Gang? So today we're going to top 5 most insane banned Waterslides you can't go on anymore.
So why they banned? Like people was dying on them, y'all? So they getting hurt?
I guess.
Man.
They might have been dangerous.
Yo, no, they are dangerous though. I ain't gonna lie. Because
roller coasters are more dangerous than water slides.
All them amusement park rides is dangerous. Like like I like being inside something at least. But them water rides is nothing on the side of you.
No, them things where you be falling down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can forget it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
but,
yeah, them choices
anything else I'm cool with. I'm all got my hands up on the roller coaster.
Yeah, but what if roller coaster gets stuck while you backwards?
Well,
freak upside down like this in the air. Then what? All your blood gonna rush to your head.
That is never gonna happen because I am protected by the one and the only.
Right. Anyway. Let's go.
What's up everyone and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 5 banned water slides you can't go on anymore. With that said, if you like water slides, make sure to leave a like on the video. If we can break 5,000 likes, we might turn this into a series where we showcase 5
a dude was on that and his head got freaking decapitated.
How?
From one of them things of that. Like I think it jumped up and it just took his whole man. I don't like them cage joints. Like look how high that drop is.
We went on that before, but not like that.
Nah,
not that high.
That's crazy.
What is that, bro? What?
Wow.
Okay, you know what?
Number 5, Wild Rapids Waterside. So it seems like water parks really have a tough time making it through their 30s, as the Wild Rapids Waterside Park also found itself being shut down at just 34 years old. The park was a staple of central Alberta, but had to close its doors just last year as the cost of maintaining the old rides as well as keeping up with competition was just becoming too much. They were required to do several huge renovations to keep up with new health and safety codes, and in the end it was determined they just couldn't do it, so they had to become banned. Sadly, the park had no choice but to close its doors, so you can't go on any more rides from now on.
Zoe Mayer Killam and her friend love a good splash at the Wild Rapids Waterslide Park, but those good times will soon be coming to an end. This is the last season for the well-known Sylvan Lake attraction.
It was shocked to hear that they were closing. We've had pictures taken every year. We come up of them sliding down and see how they've grown.
The park has been around for more than 30 years, but the general manager says maintenance costs were unmanageable.
The bottom line is that somebody has to absorb that cost of the ongoing. It's a very, very long, drawn-out pre-season maintenance to make the water park safe and attractive to the sliders. So the only way to do that would be to increase the bottom line, which is the ticket price.
More than 20,000 people visit the park each season. The loss will cause ripple effects through the local economy, but the Chamber of Commerce isn't worried.
Number 4, Schlitterbahn.
That's something. So
even though some parks can apparently handle 6 different fatalities and just keep on going, for others one tragic death is enough to shut down a ride forever. Caleb Thomas Schwab died when riding the 168-foot tall Varrock slide at Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City. The ride was known as the tallest water slide in the world, but when he and 2 other women got into a raft, the woman got injured while Caleb ended up decapitated.
See, I told you.
Now this isn't exactly unexpected, given that the ride is German for insane. It also requires everyone to wear 2 seatbelts in order to survive the 17-story drop at speeds of 70 miles an hour.
Damn.
The park was also semi-famous for being light on regulation, and even lobbying to make sure it was responsible for its own private inspections.
Oh no.
Yo,
Despite running a park for 50 years, it had no...
My thing is, how you freaking on a ride and your head get taken off? That's crazy, yo.
That's terrible.
Nah, yo, like that'll bug anybody out. Like after somebody died, like I might get on that.
Right.
That's because his head getting.
That looks crazy.
Yeah, like damn.
Since on that scale, the ride had to be taken down to ensure nothing like that ever happened again.
Yeah, I know. Like your head came off. They're not gonna show it, is it?
No. This is
Like, yeah, but like, look at the seat. Look at the seat. Yo, look at hold on.
Ever happened again.
Yo, look at the seat, man. The seat. Look at the seat.
That's terrible.
That ain't safe to get on. Look at the damn seat all. Come on. No wonder he died on that jump. Look at the seat,
Exactly.
Exactly.
He wants to go again. Well.
Number 3, the steamer slide. As you probably already know, Canada has a reputation for being a pretty laid-back and fun place, but there are some things you really don't want to be relaxed about, including safety regulations. Calypso Water Park in Ottawa was charged with 6 safety violations in court after being accused of a mammoth 20, and it was said that the park posed an immediate danger to its visitors thanks to staff who ran the park carelessly. The biggest fines had to do with the steamer water slide though, as they noticed it causing a string of accidents. People kept getting flipped over, breaking everything from collarbones to vertebrae, with 7 people receiving spinal injuries on the ride.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Hold on.
That's why,
Injuries on a water slide.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't really like getting on rides like that, because anything can happen to your ass, man. Like you could die in one of them parks, man. Like I ain't like I've been on mad roller coasters, mad water rides, but anything can happen to you, man. Anything.
The level of staff training had increased dramatically. It was still ruled safer to close the ride off to the public, and so it was shut down by the TSA. However, it was basically closed down after the whole park had already finished their season, so it's kind of hard to see how much of a difference it actually made.
I can imagine. Injury from a water park.
Number 2,
that
Fort
lawsuit?
Rapids.
Listen.
Okay, the only thing better than going to a water park is living next to a water park. And when you can't do that, staying at a hotel with a water park inside of it is probably the next best thing.
Now, yo.
Fort Rapids Water Park.
Let me show you right here. What he doing right there, you ain't supposed to do. He's leaning up.
That's his fault.
So if something happened to him, that's his fault. Because they tell you when you're on a ride, you're supposed to be leaning back to where your back is like on
that person's
legs or whatever like that. Yeah. So what he doing? So if he flip off, that's his fault.
Next to a water park. When you can't do that, staying in a hotel with a water park inside of it is probably the next best thing. Fort Rapids Water Park is located in Columbus, Ohio, and unfortunately just last February it was banned from being opened ever again due to so many different issues. According to NBC4 News, this includes bed bugs, cockroaches, air quality, improper food handling, repair...
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hey, I didn't go to a park, they got bed bugs, my nigga. Oh, Lord. Yo, how you go to a park that got how you go to a park that got bed bugs?
That's like
roaches?
Cocoa Keys though. That's like Cocoa Keys having bed roaches, cockroaches, all that.
Then I might for now on, check before you go to these places. For real.
According to NBC4 News, this includes bed bugs, cockroaches, air quality, improper food handling, repairs without permits, and numerous fire code violations.
Wow.
There were also reports of guests being sickened from the fumes in the water park, so yeah, I'm glad I never visited this place.
Bruh!
That's crazy. Where that's at?
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, you have to go home with some damn bugs in your car. That's nasty, man. That's nasty.
That boy a little wild. Take a pass.
Look lit, but once you once you tell me you got bed bugs, I don't want to go there.
They were getting sick from the water fumes.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Here's our honorable mention. During the 70s, Waterslides became very popular, and in Orlando, the infamous Wet n Wild water park was constructed. Millions of tourists would visit each year, and it became a no-brainer that the park was a huge success. Unfortunately though, as time goes on, things break, and safety codes change, making these older parks much less profitable and harder to maintain. That's basically why the owners of the park decided to literally tear the entire thing down and make way for a new waterslide park called Volcano Bay. Now there are Wet n Wild parks all over the world, and after a bit of research, it turns out a large majority of them have actually been closing. I managed to find a really cool commercial from the 80s of the water park, so I'll go ahead and show one of these rides and as well the older commercial. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see one of these water slides in your town or city.
Minutes from Winnipeg at Lockport is 7 stories of wet and wild fun. Slide through the maze of twists and turns. Splash down into a sparkling heated pool. Make a day of it for the whole family. Bumper boats, miniature golf, the famous foot-long hot dogs, cotton candy, and ice cold.
Now look at him now.
Bro, what is that? No, see, I don't like those. I don't. Yeah, I'll take a pass. I'll take a full pass. I'm good.
Ooh.
I'm good on that as well.
See, them
Nah,
drops.
I might.
Yeah, I don't like them drops. Like, them drops is like crazy. Look at that joint. Watch. Yo, you see all them poles? Like, watch.
Because the staircase is right there.
Yeah, but I don't want to be going down something like that.
Number 1, Action Park. Action Park was kind of legendary for being a little on the extreme side, with countless cuts and bruises happening as a result of the badly maintained rides and less than attentive staff members. In fact, the place caused 6 different deaths and was still allowed to keep on running, even if one ride proved a little too dangerous to the park to justify keeping.
Wow.
The Cannonball Loop only lasted 1 summer before it was immediately shut down, and was a creation of a Swiss designer who was only brought over on a week-long visa. Its 45-degree angle and 20-foot drop meant that essentially no one could or would ride it, and staff members had to be bribed to test it with real money.
Wow.
Most people who attempted it couldn't clear the loop or got horrible abrasions on their back from the sand and dirt that collected. Those who were too tall, too short, too fat, too thin, or wearing anything that could snag were all sent away, as the risk of things going wrong was just way too high. Craziest of all, though, one of the crash test dummies sent out to test the ride came back missing limbs, which is the first sign that the ride should have been scrapped immediately. Let me know in the comments if you ride this thing for $1,000. I mean, I probably wouldn't, but I'd love to hear what you guys think.
I wouldn't.
Wait, $1,000?
I wouldn't. I would no freaking way.
Let me get that 10K.
Listen, let me tell y'all, man. Roller coasters, water slides, they fun, but they dangerous as well, man. Them joints is dangerous. I remember one time on the news, and matter of fact, it was Six Flags, to where the roller coaster was backwards. And yo, can you imagine being backwards for a long period of time? Like, if all your blood rushes to your head, you dead.
Exactly.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like, you know what I'm saying, like I used to. I don't like getting on rides like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I'm older, but they dangerous. I'd rather just go get in the pool or something. Get cooled off, and that's it. I don't really like messing with these rides too tough like that. You on the other hand.
Just getting started, baby. No.
Started, baby.
Who wants to ride a roller coaster with me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, just take. I'm saying, but just take heed to what I'm saying. They dangerous. You feel me?
Right.
So, like, tell us what y'all think in the comments. Is roller coasters dangerous? Water slides dangerous? Do y'all still want to get on? Or y'all be like, nah, I'm cool. Let us know. Like the video, subscribe. Be safe out there, man. You know what I mean? Peace, man. We out.
Peace out.